What's happening? We trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. You know, we had some technical difficulties, but, you know, we still battling. We still making it through. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody's having a good day, good morning. Shout out to Michael Lockhart. Shout out to Lord King 83 in the building, man. Shout out to everybody rocking. Make sure you hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let's go. Shout out to Boss Cowboy Sports in here. You know it's Boss Land. Let's get it.
Let's go.
We in the building with it, man. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Easy money, man. Let's get it.
Easy money. Shout out to Miss Ella Lockhart, T Smooth TV, Steven Harrison, Big Dallas 8604. Hey, y'all give me a 1. Make sure everything sounds good, sounds lovely, and we almost ready to rock, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. Let's get it. Shout out to Damn Dizzle, King G, Miss Regina Green with the green. It's too easy in the building. We in here, man. Let's go. Without further ado, we already on a late start because of me. So we gonna go and get this thing in here, man. Let's go.
But you figured it out, though. You figured it out,
though. Yeah, you know we had to figure it out, though. You know, but you know they might think they at school or even at home or watching us through a phone. But I promise you, you trapping in boss land, sir.
Trap.
You know what I'm saying?
Trap.
You trapping in boss land, man. You know, we build these planes in the air just like the Great Law Nation say. And, you know, long as you get it right, that's the most important part, right, Boss Cowboy?
That's the most important part, big dog.
Yes, sir.
That's the most important part. And then it's the other part is that now we go be on time or early the next time. It's all good. Let's go.
Yes, sir, man. But, hey, is that a bird? Is it a plane? What is that? Oh. It's nefarious news, of course. That's all it is, boss. Don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. You good. So, let's holler at our boy Dak Prescott, man. They said the Cowboys got a brand new offense going on in here, Boss Cowboy. You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard the wee woo. I heard that wee woo.
Oh, you saying it's wee woo? No.
What?
Trap.
Oh, man.
I'll go with it.
Oh, man. Let's see.
I'll play with it.
Let's at least hear what Dak Prescott got to say. Let's see what he got to say. Boss already saying he ain't going for it. He ain't going.
No.
Hey, I love it, man. Y'all keep us on our toes, because, you know, sometimes it just sounds so good, I just want to buy in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. I feel you.
It's funny. This is the Texas coast. We've just renamed that the quarterback. So
the Texas coast, boss.
Definitely some West Coast principles, but has a little bit of what we've done in the past, and just obviously marrying them together with a lot of detail, and maybe, in a sense, a system that's not out there. So there you go.
He said a brand new band. What, boss? He said Papa's got a brand new band, man. Don't do him like that.
You see this week? You see this guy? Number one bullshit guy.
Number one bullshit.
We woo, bro.
Oh, man. Don't do him like that, boss. So okay. We understand that Dak Prescott just said that he feel like it's offense that's not out there. So that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it sounds dangerous when we say they could be acting like they reinventing the wheel. But I don't think that's what this is right here. And the reason I might not feel that it's so, like, okay, on the wee-woo scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it might be like a 3 or 4. Because I feel like it's obvious that it's going to be a blend. You see what I'm saying? We already know that. But, you know, they wanted to add a little theatrics with the name and stuff like that, you know, Texas Coast. But it's basically just going to be a fusion of both of the offenses from the West Coast and what Kellen Moore was running last year. So, now, we know we go hard on Kellen, boss. Boss looking like this we woo already. Look, we know we go hard on Kellen. But there was some good things that happened with Kellen last year as well. Like, we can agree to that, right? He did do some things right. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So what you think about it?
Kellen did some things right. So it's funny that obviously this came out because for the last 2 days, for some reason, I just been imagining myself interviewing Mike McCarthy, right? No, I'm serious. It's like for some reason it's been in my head, and I've been having one question for him. And the question that I was just imagining myself asking in the press conference as if I was media is I was going to ask him, how do you keep that baby with that bath water?
Ah,
Because
man.
obviously you throwing out the water, and then we want you to throw out the water of an over-aggressive option route system. But to your point, it was a baby in there. It was some. That same baby went 24-24 on Philly.
Hold
You see what
on,
I'm
wait a
saying?
minute. Yeah, I get you. But that's a great saying right there. Because you don't want to throw the baby out as well. You know what I'm saying? You want to save the
throw that
baby.
water
You know,
out. Save the baby.
you throw the water out. Yep.
So the baby was the number one offense. The baby was 40 burgers. The baby was high paced. The baby was high tempo. There are times where you do that. It's times to where, especially like if you catch them in a sub problem where they don't have the right package, speed it up. You know, and you want a quarterback that can see that, like a quarterback that's in control of that. You don't want to have to wait, because then you buying that defense time to make the adjustments. So like Peyton Manning used to do that a lot. Let's say if somebody got injured and they put in the second string corner, he would go hurry up and attack that corner the whole drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had control to do that, so Mike McCarthy is empowering Dak, which Dak has the mind to be able to handle it, so this is an awesome thing, man.
I love it.
So it's look like Mike McCarthy is answering my question, like that I've been having the last 2 days in my head, like real talk,
Yeah.
So, and they are giving Dak some of what he wanted, because like you said, it was some good things about Kellen Moore's system. There were some times to where that option route system just demolished teams. It destroyed Philly.
Yeah.
Like let's keep that in mind. Like it went 24 or 24. So if you got the type of defense that don't show a bunch of looks and don't disguise a lot, if you set up in your defense and play ball, that option route system will eat you up.
Yes.
But if you a system that like to confuse and play a high chess, disguise, okay, now let's dumb it down to a West Coast to where everybody knows exactly where they're going to be. It sounds like what's going on offense is what's been happening on defense, where Mike McCarthy is flexible. Not Mike McCarthy. Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn is flexible, so he adapts his defense to the opponent.
Wait a minute, boss. Wait a minute, please. Hold on. What you saying to me is we got some good coaching on offense? That's what you telling me?
Trap.
It's sad that we gotta go through this elaborate explanation just to let y'all know that we actually got some real coaching on offense these days. That's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah. We got some good coaching and more so kind of common sense.
Yeah.
So, and I'm starting to see this offense in layers. It's layers to this, and it's a beautiful way to attack. So now, let's say if we going against a team like we went against Green Bay, who was ranked last year 26 in run defense, right? Well, you can go into that game with the thought that we're going to oppose our will. We're going to come out here with the zone scheme with Brian Schottenheimer, and we're going to be a physical football team. That can be your identity for that game. Then you can go against another team where they might have a weak secondary, right? And you say, you know what? We go come out more West Coast on these balls, because we go, we go really attack that back end. We go still run the ball, but it's not gonna be as bullyish as Brian Schottenheimer. Then it can be like, you know what, this team right here, Philly, they got a dumb D coordinator. They line up and they show what they go do. They don't show a lot of looks. Well, we finna option route these balls.
Yep.
So it's now you got layers to attack, and it make it impossible to scheme. To like figure you out, like when they study you on film. So like if you study me versus Green Bay, you'll think I'm a zone running team. But if you study me against another team, you'll think I'm a West Coast. You see what I'm saying? So building layers into your offense makes it even harder to scout you and figure you out.
Yeah, I love it, man, because just like you said, now you take the aggression out of the defense's hands and you own it yourself. I like the ownership that Mike McCarthy seemed like he want to put on Dak Prescott. I think Dak made for that, boss. You know what I'm saying? I think it's about
Perfectly
time for
made
that.
for it.
I think it's about time for that because we've seen Dak with total control of the offense from day one. When he was a rookie, Dak was great at the line and changing up plays, making the right calls and stuff like that. We never seen Dak not being able to be comfortable in that type of mode. So I know it's a lot of people out there that say a lot of craziness that Dak can't do this and can't read defenses and stuff like that. That's foolishness. We seen Dak operate to a masterful level as a rookie, making sure he getting all the checks and stuff in. So that was one of his strong suits, actually. So a lot of people say a lot of crazy stuff, but I'm sure Dak is going to own this and he going to excel at it. That's what I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it fit him. I think it's so perfect what you said because I was also thinking about this too. Because do you remember how empowered Aaron Rodgers was under Mike McCarthy?
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers used to come out every play and he used to count the defense. If he saw that you had 12 people out there,
he hiking the ball.
He hiking the ball.
And he got us like that so many times, didn't he, bro?
And he got us and every team like that. Because, see, I was watching. You remember Aaron had to make that run to get in the playoffs in 2016?
Yeah.
So I was watching the Aaron run, bro. He didn't only do us like that. He did every team like that.
Yeah.
Every team like that. And Aaron was empowered. But this was the problem with Aaron. When you empowered Aaron, you empowered a monster.
Mm-hmm.
When you empowered Dak, you empowered a leader.
Facts.
See,
man, you gotta wait a minute, man. Say that one more time for the people in the back, man, because I don't think they understand that.
Yeah, when they empowered Aaron Rodgers with Mike McCarthy, like, we gonna give you the keys. Yeah, you gave the wrong person the keys. You entitled a monster. You empowered a monster. Mm-hmm. You empowered a guy that was going to basically start then sabotaging you and feeling like he's smarter than you because you gave him too much power. See, Dak is not going to abuse that power. You know, so Dak is going to be responsible. He's going to be a guy that's not going to be throwing Mike McCarthy under the bus and feeling like he's smarter than him. He going to have a healthy amount of pushback. So, and I experienced this before, man. When I had people that worked under me, and I used to train them because I was the number one sales rep and all this kind of stuff. And then I used to train people, and they became very, very good sales reps and stuff. Every now and then, a couple of them would start getting egos as I was training them. Yep. Because they would start having degrees of success based on one phase of what I taught them. And I would say, what's going on with you? And I would just slow them down and say, listen, I know you mastered this part, but there are certain other layers that I haven't given to you. I haven't taught you about how to navigate through the politics of corporate. I haven't taught you about how to lead your own team. It's a whole lot of things you got to learn. And what I used to tell them is that you're trying to compete before you complete. You trying to be the sensei before you the grasshopper. Facts. So when he empowered Aaron, it made him poison. So we gonna be good with Dak though in that role, and Dak gonna handle it.
Facts. Shout out to B Bird with the $5 super. He says the biggest loser in the offseason, 49ers. They defended the option routes well because they manipulated our offense with post-snap coverage changes. Absolutely. And like I said, man, the whole ideology of that Kellen Moore was operating under, like if I disguise the depth that I am as a defender, that's gonna confuse these young receivers. And like I said, that wasn't the best way to use our stuff, right? Because receiver wasn't even a strong suit last year. Like, what is she doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Receiver wasn't even a strong suit. So why would you feature that and give them all this responsibility when you have a quarterback like Dak Prescott? That makes no sense. So you are basically featuring something that's not even our strong suit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now you got the receivers reading depth and reading leverage and all of this crazy stuff when all they need to do is just come firing off the ball and run a route. That's the best thing they could do. And you see
just run your best route.
What's the biggest change we've been hearing about in camp? Tolbert
speed,
catching out. He catching
confidence.
on.
Yep.
He going off
They
the ball.
playing faster. Mm-hmm.
You hear everything sounding like it's back to
Everything.
common sense, bro. And
Common sense.
this is why people like myself and Boss Cowboy was one of the main people that was championing this. This is why we did that so hard. Kellen Moore was complicating everything for no reason. He was overly complicating things. Now we bringing it back to a more simpler form, a more common sense type scheme, and this finna open up everything. Kellen Moore kind of hindered a lot of things. Now we finna open them up because it's more simplified. It's more like it's just gonna open up everybody. Cavante Turpin gonna have a better opportunity because it's simple. You know, that's what got us so frustrated. You're not using Turpin, and this dude just a fast dude. Just put him out there. Motion him. Do some ghost motions or do a screen pass to him. Like, this stuff is not rocket science. This is the stuff that made us so mad because we know it's simple just to add a sprinkle of these players in here. And they way too capable, way too talented to not even get looked in their direction. You see what I'm saying about? Like, this stuff is simple. Man. This stuff is simple.
And see, the frustrating part was his lack of willingness to adapt, or he forced people into his system. Like, he didn't say, let me adapt this for Tolbert. At least this script.
Yeah.
Like, everybody else, y'all gonna be on this, but Tolbert, we gonna have him doing this. He didn't even do that, you know. So that's the most frustrating part, is that he was just unflexible. Versus on the defense is so flexible. It was the polar opposite on defense.
Yeah.
Like one week Donovan Wilson the star. The next week Sam Williams the star. The next week Micah Parsons the star.
J. Ryan
Curse the star. It's like Quinn had multiple ways of, and he was willing to mold himself and change for the best for that opponent. And so Kellen just didn't do that. And you know, and Jim Brown brought us exposed so much, like on that interview we did with him.
Man, that was a wonderful interview too, man. Salute to y'all for that, man. That was a lot of insight, a lot of nuggets on that interview.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it before we got on the show, because I kept hearing interview of the year. Right?
Yeah.
I can say from a gossip standpoint, from confirmation standpoint, I can see where somebody might say ours was the interview of the year. If you saying from an X's and O's standpoint, that Tolbert was the interview of the year.
I put it like this. I think y'all had the show of the year, because it was more than the interview to me. It's like Brian Broaddus became one of the members of the final word for a night. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just an interview.
It was a vibe like that.
Yeah, it was like we got the big media in here with the new media. That's what it felt like to me. That was
really
big.
Kicked up his feet. He kicked up his feet, and he like, you know, obviously made himself at home, and we had to kick him out. It's crazy. It's like, wow, like,
he let his hair down, like, to me. You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
so to speak. You know what I mean?
We had to tell him, right?
Yeah.
So right. But it showed me a lot. It showed his love for the game. That, you know, he truly showed. You know how some people say, when you doing what you're passionate about, you're not working. He showed that.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't work to him. It was like, hey man, I'm kicking back, man, having a good time with these guys, and he gave us extra to what we don't hear on the radio.
Facts.
That's what was shocking. It was so much.
Super in-depth.
Man, and it's like he was just like, it was like, I'm just gonna give this to y'all. You know?
Yeah.
But going back to like what I was saying is, that was one of the most disappointing things that he highlighted, and it was the coaching war and how really bad it was. Like, we all was sensing it. We all was kind of looking at it like, wait, right? We was seeing it, but the level that he really kind of exposed, it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And just so disappointing. But so, not to just dwell on that, because that gives me more optimism going forward with what we're seeing right now. The common sense we're going to see out of the West Coast, the hybrid offense that we getting ready to get. And let me just say one more thing. I'm gonna shut up.
Nah, you good, man. Cool. That's cool. That's what we here for.
Just imagine that we did what we did last year with dysfunction. You know, just imagine we did all of what we accomplished with dysfunction.
We made it to the second round while our OC and head coach was beefing. That's what you're saying. That's what you're telling me. Yeah.
Yeah, cause the real deal that was going on, man, is Kellen Moore wanted his way, and he wanted to implement his vision under another man's vision. Bro, I swear, I've been listening to my old shows, bro. Like, one of the things I said, bro, like in January of 2022, I said, when you have two visions, that's called division. You know what I mean? And we saw it. Like, but see, it was speculation then. Now, after Brian Broaddus, it's like, yeah, it was bad.
It was evident.
We should be excited, bro. Like, we should be excited. And then you got a mystery button.
Yeah, I got my suspicions button.
Let me hit that.
Yeah, that's my suspicions button. Yeah, I got my suspicions, man. You know what I'm saying?
Slumbo in the building. What's up, big dog?
Hey,
my homie, man.
Shout out to Double R with the $2 soup. I appreciate you, sir. And
yeah, Double R. Yeah, he shot one over here, man. Appreciate it too, man.
And shout out to B-Bird.
My Facebook back up now. So now I can hit you. We can hit each other on the DM.
Yes,
but
sir. Let me get this super real quick, just out the way. Yeah. Shout out to B-Bird with another $4.99. He says, Kellen Moore from Boise. Wait a minute. Kellen Moore from Boise, they had to be schemed over players to compete with Power 5 teams, and they were successful. The Joneses were looking for their guru. Hey, man. I don't think we give B-Bird his flowers enough. B-Bird is a monster in the community, man. For real.
Yeah,
like every phone call be dope, man. B-Bird be cooking. Like real talk. We appreciate you, B-Bird.
Yeah, B-Bird thing is he's real big on culture.
Yeah.
That's why he fit us. That's why he fit all of our channels. Because the new media, we deal with culture heavy. Like old media don't talk culture. But because B-Bird is such a culture guy, he's big on that. He believes in it. You can tell it's a part of his background. So yeah, you know, it's certain people that's just perfect fits for what we do.
Yeah.
And he's definitely one. But like, so now, man, but where we're going on this offense, and then the reason why I wanted you to hit that mystery button, because Mike McCarthy took a subtle shot again at Kellen as well as front office.
Respectfully and professionally. Those are the key words.
As he always does. He's super professional when he checks you. You know what I'm saying? So he said, this is the first time I'm implementing mine.
In Dallas, right? So, that's what he meant. Yeah.
Yeah. So this other stuff y'all was saying, that was Kellen. That wasn't me. You know what I mean? I had to basically mold myself to Kellen. Now this team got to mold themselves into my vision. So, and he stressed first time, which is why me and you are right. When me and you say we need to have a campaign to reclaim Mike's time.
Man, we said that early too, didn't we? We cooked with that, didn't it, bro? We cooked with that.
People ain't getting that, bro.
Yeah, free. Well, we were saying free Big Mike. Yeah, we were saying free Big Mike McCarthy, man.
See, that was the first one. Free Big Mike was the first one. We was trying to get him from under Kellen.
Yeah.
But now that he from under Kellen, it's like now reclaim his time.
Yeah.
You need to reset his contract. Like reset it.
Real talk.
Y'all the ones that sabotaged him. Y'all the ones that allowed a Trojan horse, and you entitled that Trojan horse. Do you know how cocky you gotta be to be under another man and mad because he won't let you do it your way? Like, wait. Who the head coach, Kellen?
Hey, man. Hey, man. Look.
And the Jones.
No. Go ahead.
And the Joneses created that monster.
Yeah.
And so I was sitting here the whole time, like on my channel saying, And I even called in on G-Bag Nation. I said, is anybody going to talk about all these Hall of Famers that's calling out Kellen? Is anybody going to talk about that? I know y'all think it's just the YouTubers and the content creators. I said, no. Go look at what Michael Irvin's saying. Go look at what Emmitt's saying. Go look at what Kurt Warner's saying. Go look at what Jimmy Johnson's saying. Go look at what Dan's saying. Go look at what all these boys. Go look at what... It's not us, bro. It's your guys. It's the guys that you won rings with, Jerry. Those guys are calling out Kellen, and they wasn't saying a word. So they created a monster. They the one that entitled that whore.
Boss cooking today. Hey man. Let the church say amen, man. The collection plates is over there, man. Boss is going crazy, man. But man, you was spot on though, man. You telling them but the truth. Yeah. You got to be entitled, spoiled brat to be able to call plays over your head coach. That's insane, man. Mike McCarthy been saying that he ain't want nothing to do with this offense. He been told you I don't like option routes. I just love the fact that Mike McCarthy knew what he was doing. Right?
Yeah.
And this is the best thing for Cowboy Nation. I want y'all to realize that. Mike McCarthy was so special and professional with the way that he operated up under this madness and foolishness that he was under. It took a special kind of dude to be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? It took a special kind of guy to be able to pull this off, y'all. I don't think y'all understand this. Do y'all know how stubborn the Joneses is, man? Come on now. Do y'all know how stubborn the Joneses is? And Mike McCarthy made it out of this, made it from up under Kellen, unscathed, and got his way. Man, y'all better quit. Y'all better quit playing with Big Mike McCarthy. Big Mike Soprano, he is a done. I'm telling you, he's a done, man. This dude is a done. Now all he got to do, he showed you how dope he was for going 12-5 back-to-back seasons with what? Anarchy almost inside the coaching room. You see what I'm saying? So that's a whole different level. Like now, Mike McCarthy like, hey, I know what I'm doing. Everybody that's in my organization know what we trying to do. We got one goal, and it's time to go get it, man. I can't wait to this season. I can't wait.
Yeah, this season's gonna be done, bro.
I cannot wait.
At this point, we just being greedy, and I'm gonna continue to be greedy though. Like, just y'all just go ahead. And what I mean by that is, right now, this team ready to go. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
But we trying to right now. What I mean by greedy is we're trying to look under the hood, and we looking under every rock to try to make sure that we have addressed all potential concerns, whether they might be kicker, left guard, best five. But to be honest, bro, to be all the way honest, I'm still concerned.
Shout out to Miss Patrice.
My boss, so eat greedy. Yes, eat greedy, yes.
Miss Patrice said Mike Soprano finna show how it's done. Let's go. I'm with you, Miss
Mike
Patrice.
Soprano, man. Yeah.
I love it, man. That's a done. But Tom down in Burner account asked a good question. He says, do this mean that the Jones is finally finna stop trying to meddle with the coaches and let the man they hire do their damn job? That's a good question. And I ain't gonna lie, it's always a little rocky when you talking about the Joneses in that regard, right? Because, you know, they tried before. Could we agree to that, boss? They've tried before. I'm talking about in recent history. They've tried, but it seemed like he just, you know, it's like that Pookie, like you said, Kellen Moore, boss. You know?
Right.
It just be calling them, man. It be calling them. That limelight and that Diddy mode when you gotta, you know, dance all in front of the camera for Jerry Jones, it just be calling them, man. So all I can say is we can see that it has been a real effort for Jerry to stay out of Mike's way. That's what it looked like to me. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no way Jerry would have got rid of Kellen Moore. That man did not want to get rid of Kellen. Can't nobody tell me no different. That was Mike McCarthy.
Especially Steve. Yeah, that was, yeah. Yeah, so I got a couple of ways to kind of answer that. First, I'm gonna have Jerry and them back. First, I understand sometimes the temptation to want to insert yourself, Tom, because you became a billionaire with your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
You became a billionaire doing it your way. So it's hard for people that have been so successful with thinking and warring through the trials of America and trying to figure out how to succeed and doing it from whether you was the oil man, whether you was a commercial real estate man, now you end up buying a team and you make it the most wealthiest team. Who are anybody to tell me I ain't got something to say at my own table?
Yeah.
So I can kind of understand the temptation for Jerry and Steven to want to insert themselves because they are smart men.
Facts.
They are smart men. They are smart men.
You gotta be smart to be a billionaire.
You got to.
You gotta be.
Especially the way that he did it. Like to go from commercial real estate to oil, give it all up to get a team, then become the mogul of that team. And even without winning rings, you still kept building your wealth. There are some genius to them Joneses. Don't fool yourself. Like, I know a lot of us talk like they stupid. That is like,
yeah.
So to Tom, one of the things I would say is I think this year they're doing a better job of pulling back, and it seemed like they did actually have some self-reflection. So like previous years, what was they doing with contracts? What was they doing with contracts of their best players? Throwing them under the bus,
franchise tag, everybody.
Franchise. Yeah, it was not know
Aaron Donald,
Khalil Mack. Not know Aaron Donald, and we just trying to get Dak. It was a hope. Are they doing that now?
Nah, I see the difference. Yep,
it's a difference. So like when I like the fact that they are showing that Mike McCarthy has earned more rope and they gave him more rope. You know what I mean? So, and this is why I tell people, and I mean this, billionaires like straight shooters. They don't like sycophants. They don't like kiss butts. They like people, because this is why they rocking with Mike now. Because they looking at Mike like, you was telling us, man. It wasn't popular what you was saying, but you was standing on it. And you was right. And that's why we fired Kellen. Because it's super obvious that they didn't want to fire Kellen.
Obvious.
Mike McCarthy stood on what was right and smart so much that they had to come around and say, you know what? You was telling us what was best for us, even against us. That means I can trust you. So here's some more rope. So Mike McCarthy, in my opinion, Tom, earned more rope and he get more rope.
Yeah, man. Let me catch up with these supers real quick. Shout out to All Is Well with the 199. He says, let Mike call running plays and let Dak cook on the throw. Hey, that sounds like, it might be something similar to that. Schottenheimer gonna be the run game dude, but from all the indications I've been getting, it look like they want to let Dak just be Dak, and I love it. Shout out to Fresh King 36 NY Cowboys with the 499. He said those that were passionate about our team knows Kellen was straight sabotage from day one. A backup elevated to an OC. Hey man, chill out. Hey man, chill out. He said,
I got me a couple of stupid chats over here too, man.
Okay.
My boy Big Dad said, boss, you spitting today. And then Fresh King, man, he said, boss, you spitting gospel. Love it, bro, man. I appreciate you, boy.
Straight up, man. Straight up.
Yeah, and so it's now it's getting ready to be real good, Cowboy Nation. Like, it's getting ready to be real good. And like Mike, he has earned the right to do this. He's ready for this. It's also like, because, I know and I understand where people will have a real concern. And the concern is Mike old, right? You should think that, right? Is he outdated? That's a good thing of him being able to be under Kelly for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if Mike McCarthy would have been coming straight out of retirement talking about West Coast, that would have been way worse in terms of his preparedness than him actually. Because it's almost like us. Landlord older, I'm older. But you know what make us young real quick? If we working around somebody fresh out of college.
Mm-hmm.
And then they showing us the new apps, the new, you know what I mean? And they showing us the new,
Yeah.
It's when you get around that youth that an older wise person is going to take on that youth, but still keep the skins on the wall from the wars that he was in. Mm-hmm. So like Mike McCarthy is more prepared and prepped and interned into his new OC role than anybody. I think what we go see out of Mike McCarthy is what we saw out of Dan Quinn when he returned. Remember when Dan Quinn returned to the NFL, he was telling everybody, y'all thinking y'all go see that cover 3 shit. I'm different. Right, but
yeah,
we was
yeah.
thinking, we was all trying to analyze it like, we get ready to see 4-3, we get ready to see,
Yeah.
we finna see we
Yeah.
finna see Seattle, we finna see the 4-3 under.
Then that boy
Man.
Dan came and hit her with a hybrid, didn't he? That boy Dan came with something new. Yeah.
That's what we get ready to see with Mike McCarthy. But I want to talk about a concern real quick that I have, man. And I think it's gonna spin us into a couple of topics.
Okay. Go ahead.
That running back. I think we sleeping on that, bro. I think we are very much sleeping on that. I think we are not taking serious some of the biggest moments and the void that we missing with Zeke. Like, I don't think people understand how important third and short is and second and short, because that keeps your drive alive. People are underestimating points because they sleeping on what he did in the red zone. They also, I think people are sleeping on us closing out games. So Brandon Cook was released.
Devin.
Devin, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Devin Cook.
Ooh, don't say Brandon
Thank
Cooks.
you.
Hey, we got a little scared.
And thank you for catching me. Hey, thank you for catching me too, bro. Because I straight slip. Hey, y'all see how we slip tongues on her?
Yeah.
Somebody like, boss, no, boss.
Look,
Boss so dumb.
I'm sure somebody mouth dropped like, oh no, we released Brandon Cooks. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be. You know how we do. You know.
I slipped my boy. My boy landlord got me.
I got you, my God. I got you. But continue.
So Dalvin was released. And it's a debate. It's a debate on Brandon Cook or Zeke. I'm strongly for Zeke, and it has nothing to do with his history with us. It has to do everything with the style of our offense. It has everything. And I'm gonna just ask a couple of questions, and I really wish I could debate this with somebody. I really do.
Because I know it's a lot of contrarians out there.
Because I really want to go back and forth on this, because maybe you can talk me into your point of view, but I'm gonna try to talk you into mine. Do you think, landlord, as much as we know Donovan Wilson is a monster, do you think Donovan Wilson could have made an open field hit on Zeke like he did on Delvin?
Nah. Look, this is what I want you to see. Nah, he destroyed Dalvin Cook. Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie. I like Donovan Wilson, but I don't think he would have got trucked. Zeke would have ran him over. Just being real. Zeke would have ran him over. Well, we do got to think about what Zeke, but most Zekes, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not 16 Zeke, but most Zekes would have. Donovan Wilson would have bounced off Zeke then.
Zeke
I ain't gonna lie.
Yesterday would have bounced him, bro.
Zeke
tomorrow would bounce him, bro. So to me, this is the debate, bro. It's like, do you want the occasional 30-yard run, or do you want 20 body punches?
That's Zeke right there in a nutshell. That's Zeke. The 20 body punches, the 100 cuts, you know what I'm saying? Slow death. Right. That's Zeke right now. Yeah. And so, and I think we like flash, so we want to see that burst. That's better with Cook. You see more burst, but there's nobody that's better for the physical game and closing out. And Brian Schottenheimer's zone scheme than Zeke. Let's think, bro. Let's really think about this, bro. Yeah.
Because this came from me and my boy Blackwell, man. We talked for about an hour on just this.
Yeah.
Bro, who is more Marshawn? Zeke, Pollard, or Delvin?
Obviously Zeke.
Right. So let's keep it fair too. Let's keep it fair. Who fits the West Coast better? Pollard, Zeke, or Delvin?
I say Pollard.
I will say Pollard.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, if you look at us from situations, right, and you say, okay, if we want to attack aggressively in the West Coast offense, feature Pollard this game. See, in my opinion, Pollard need to be the starter. Zeke need to be on the bench. I think it depends on who we going against, and it depends on the style we want to come out with. So if we want to come out with Schottenheimer's zone scheme, then shit, yeah, Paula, sit your ass down. Now, if we want to come out to that West Coast and we will be swinging it out to them backs, yeah, Paula, let's go. So, like, I want us to be adaptable just like Dan Quinn. And that's what we got and that's what we missing, man. That's what we missing. And I think a whole lot of people, man, my super chat's getting out of hand. Can I get them?
Oh, go get it in.
My boy Chris said, I can't wait for Herbert in that offense to have high stat numbers, but get you up in the playoffs. Yeah, and they might not, listen, Chris, they might not even do that good because Herbert might not be as smart as that. See, that's what the people ain't factored in, is that how smart you have to be to run that multiple aggressive option route system and read defenses and your receivers at the same time. See, Herbert might melt. He might melt like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah,
like,
and
I mean that.
And look, this gave a seasoned veteran a little trouble, and Dak still handled it good. So just imagine a younger quarterback like Herbert. So yeah.
And then that's Black. He said, preach, boss. Zeke value is very important. Yeah, when you look at points, when you look at short yardage, when you look at closing out, we got a massive hold up. But we trying to act like, oh, we good. Shit. Like, wait till it's third and short and they roll out dudes.
Yeah.
Wait till it's third and short and they roll out there with Pollard and he get hit in the mouth. Man, Pollard need to do better between shit. See, we was telling y'all. Oh, Jones can't really get it done. We've been telling y'all. That you had a guy that you could pay $5 million and he was gonna give you like A+ at short yardage, closing out, and red zone. That's too much. He watched. Bro, come on, bro. And it's like what I'm seeing going on is a lot of people. It's so much ego out here that once they bet against you, they start then just trying to make everything fit to make that unlogical thought make sense. Then I got another super cat from Joe. He said, in hindsight, who would be a bigger loss, Coop or Zeke?
I think Zeke now, because we didn't read up with Brandon Cooks. Like, he's not a Coop, but I'm telling you right now, CD, the way we using CD is gonna be better than what we use Coop. That's obvious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you add Brandon Cooks to that equation, I think it's easily Zeke.
I agree. And you talked me into it because I was struggling.
Yeah, I think it's easily Zeke. We just got our wide receiving core. Like, bro, I think people still sleeping on Brandon Cooks because he's not this big name and big brand like some of these other receivers. Man, this dude is nice, bro. This dude is nice. And a lot of people, I think they still sleep on it. But he gonna show you. The Archer, he's coming. And Dak gonna love him. What I just said yesterday, y'all, I said Dak Prescott gonna love Brandon Cooks. And then what you hear about it? The next practice, 60-yard dime from Dak to Brandon Cooks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Y'all better be on the lookout.
All them boys getting ready to cook, bro.
They finna cook.
The receiver room, low key, is the most underrated room right now, bro.
Yeah, I think so, too. That's
the most underrated room right now. The receiver room, like, because it's so many kind of like factors that's saying buy that stock, bro. Like the simplified offense gonna make them play faster. Gallup coming back on second year, so he's gonna be more of what he was before the knee. Tolbert is gonna be playing fast and already ate them balls up in the red zone. Was you surprised?
Not me. Like, I know what he can do. I know what he can do.
Me and you been saying, dog, once they get rid of Kellen Moore's system, this dude was gonna jump up like, you know what I mean? Because Toba showed a lot, bro. He showed a whole lot. So now that receiver, and then when you like add Brandon Cooks down, bro, like that receiver room. But see, this is the issue though. I was looking at Mike McCarthy's history under his West Coast, right? The quarterbacks don't do big, crazy, gaudy numbers. Okay. Dak, so this is what I now expect, but they do big touchdowns. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting, like, at first I was thinking real gaudy on these receivers, but what I believe is gonna really happen is that them receivers go get let out the bag as needed, but they go do a lot of damage whenever you need them. They go do a lot of damage. And Dak, even though Dak could go into like 5,000 yards like in this season, he gonna more than likely settle into around 46, 47, 48. He gonna be right around there, but he gonna be high on touchdowns. He gonna have like he probably gonna break his record on touchdowns thrown.
40.
Oh yeah, he go over 37.
Yeah,
he go over 30. Well, he might not this year because this new offense is kind of new.
Yeah.
But Dak's so smart, bro.
I think this simple for Dak. I ain't gonna lie. Now the verbiage. Look, the verbiage. Look, I think this coming out of you just left out of a classroom in Harvard or Yale. And you just went back, you know what I'm saying, to a community college. You know what I'm saying?
Good point. Good point.
You know, no slight to the community colleges, but you know what I'm saying?
No slight. Metaphor.
But yeah, man, I'm just saying.
You just came out of metaphysics and now they want you to do calculus.
Yes, this is much more simpler. I'm sure it's going to feel like a weight lifted off of Dak's shoulders. It's going to feel exactly like that.
Bro.
Because it's easy. These easy reads for Dak. This is what Dak been doing since the beginning of his career. Since Mississippi State, since Little League. Like, bro, be a quarterback. We ain't asking you to be a judge and, you know what I'm saying, sitting up here waiting on the wide receivers to, like, bro, that is the worst. I said this too, boss. Last year when y'all made that good case about how bad the option routes was, one of my biggest points off of the option routes was the timing. The timing-based system is so terrible when you got a mobile quarterback who can extend the play. That took away all his freestyles, all his improv. He had no improv. That's what I said. I said this last year, and then that's one of the main points that Dak said. Soon as he came back, when he released Kellen Moore, one of his first interviews not too long ago, he said, hey, now we get to run around a little bit, scramble drills, stuff like that, bro, because you don't have to depend on the timing no more. Y'all remember that? Some of Dak's biggest plays used to be on the move, scramble drills. You remember he won you a game against the Eagles after running in a circle and found Jason Witten in the back of the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Right. You didn't get those type of highlights from Dak no more under Kellen Moore. You didn't see him. Like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't see Dak doing all the scramble drills, throwing the ball on the move no more. And tell me, is that not one of Dak's best attributes, boss? One of Dak's best attributes is throwing the ball on the move. And you took that away from him. You took that away from him. It was wild. I got a couple of super chats. My boy Wee Woo Cowboy, that's my boy Black. He said, it's raining in Dallas with lightning, no thunder. Yeah. In the running back room, he going crazy with that metaphor. Hey, he went crazy with that one.
Thunder, bro. Yeah.
He went crazy.
And I was talking to Black, bro, and he gave me another metaphor on the phone, bro. He said, who? He said, who? I said, which one you scared of more? He said, which one you scared of more? Lightning or thunder? Thunder.
Yeah, thunder make you drop your drink all of a sudden. You know?
Yeah, you'll duck in the car with some good thunder. You be in the car ducking like that lightning finna hit you because it's thunder.
Straight up. You ain't lying.
This is why I think that metaphor is so underrated. Because what a lot of people don't factor in, we going back to running back, but he got me back on that.
Look, just went real quick. The lightning kind of scare you. Because, look, you look at the lightning and you be like, man, that thunder coming. You don't care about the lightning. You just like, ooh, right. Look. It be like, you could tell how the lightning hit. You like, ooh, that thunder finna be strong.
Yeah. When you see that lightning.
When you see it be nighttime and it look like daytime all of a sudden. You like, ooh,
it's finna boom.
It finna be an explosion.
Let's talk about this lightning and thunder with these backs. So this is what Black is saying. We got a whole bunch of lightning backs. So that thunder is what brings fear to defenses. And most people don't even talk about that. Most people talking about we got enough, running back is a young man's game. Yeah, okay. Like, no, it's not a whole bunch of people that has the pounding and physicality of Zeke that actually brings fear to a defense. Like, it's not no thunder. Like, real talk. Like, we don't have real thunder on this team.
Look at everybody want to take the metaphor too deep. Lightning can kill you. Man, we understand.
Hey, but my boy Jay Money say lightning always first.
That's what
So,
that's the point of the metaphor. You know what I'm saying? When you see the lightning, you do be waiting on the thunder though. You be like, man,
yeah.
man.
But see, in some occasions, thunder need to be first. Like real talk.
Yeah.
Like, see, because I don't want us to get caught up in, okay, I don't want Zeke to take pilot reps. Let me tell y'all something. Zeke should take pilot reps. He should. He should take a lot of them, because if anybody think that Pollard is really built to be a featured back, you go get Pollard hurt. Pollard ain't built for that, man. Like, his frame ain't built. He's a lightning back. And we want to make running back and we want to make this controversy between Pollard and Zeke so bad that we can't even just address the facts that Pollard ain't built for the physicality that Zeke is. So you want a back like Zeke to take pressure off of Pollard.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. After what I heard from Brian Broaders, bro, he kind of made me sad about my boy Malik, though. I ain't gonna lie, because speaking of the running backs, I'm like, man, I was fighting for Malik. But to hear him over there pouting, it's like, bro, you doing yourself a disservice. Because I feel like Malik kind of like in the middle of both of them, right? I feel like he's not a Zeke and he's not a Tony, but he like the middle ground between those two.
But more lightning than thunder, but yeah, he in the middle.
Yeah. He got a little bulk on him, a little bulk. You know what I'm saying? And he finishes runs well too. Like, I say that.
But keep in mind, he also, when he got his opportunities, wasn't put in the situations that Zeke was put in, because Zeke was being put in. He was put in 8-man boxes. He was put in goal line situations and still would succeed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus Malik was kind of coming out there as a change of pace. You know what I mean? So he would kind of catch you kind of no man's land on, do we need to under the run or do we need to protect from Dak's arm? And he was able to take advantage of that because of those opportunities. I almost guarantee if you put Malik Davis in just short yardage and closeouts, he wouldn't be the Malik that we saw. You know what I mean? So I think Malik was better also flash, but I do agree with you that you can see some thunder potential. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe that he go push any piles.
Nah, he ain't doing that. But look, I got one thing to kind of slightly push back on what your stance was on the Zeke thing. Okay. According to the way the new offense may be, because it's all speculation at this point.
Yeah.
Do you think they can like effectively substitute some of those needs though? Like, instead of it being dependent upon these short down situations and short yardage situations, some of the swing passes and stuff, the long handoff of the West Coast offense, do you think that can offset that at times though? You might not need it as much. That's what I'm hoping. And if they don't get a bulky type back, that's probably the way we're gonna have to go.
So let me ask you a question to push back to you.
Go ahead.
What was Philly's most effective way of get converted in short yardages?
The tush push, the quarterback sneak.
Rugby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, they could do it other ways too. But why would you when all you got to do is bullet people in front of you?
That's fair. They was effective with it. Yeah.
They was effective with it. So instead of me leaning on having a Mike McCarthy, we got to put on your best brain. It's just like, give my brain a rest. Let's just go bully these balls. That's what Philly was doing.
You right, though.
You know what I'm saying?
You right.
Yeah, so it's like,
if it was working, just do it. Just keep doing it. Yeah.
Just keep doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when you look at Zeke's short yardage conversion rate being close to what Philly was on tush push and rugby, and that's why I asked Pastor Taff one time on my channel, I said, do you think Philly go get rid of rugby? And he was like, no, right? Because it's so effective.
Yeah.
They score points out of it. They continue drives out of it. So why would it then? But we over here like, but we don't need Zeke. So it's like, that's basically the same thing. You got a similar conversion rate when you lean on this particular guy in them same situations, but now you saying we gonna make up for it with my play comp. And you can, you can be Andy Reid-ish.
You can supplement it.
Have an answer.
Yeah,
where you always have an answer and you just keep going despite your deficit maybe in the backfield. But see, I want more, not less. I'm just being honest. My dad used to always say it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I think when I really add it up and try to measure this Kool-Aid, Zeke is not only needed, he's a major need. And see, the OC even came around to that, and me and OC been debating this for months, bro. Me and the OC done had dog dragged out fights over the phone for like 2 hours. Me and him going off like, bro, you crazy, like, you know what I mean?
Hey, I love them type of discussions right now.
Yeah, but then when you look at now that we know more about the scheme they go run, when you know that it's gonna be a mixture of that West Coast, and then they go probably close out games with that zone scheme with Shanahan, and you know what they gonna do. I don't see how we all don't see Zeke as not just a piece, the missing piece. Cause see, the thing that I hate to say is people say like he washed up. It's like, when are we gonna stop judging people that played through injuries? You know, because we did Dez like that in 2017. When Dez came back early from that ankle, we called that a decline year. No, that was a warrior year. He didn't have to come back, but he came back for his team, and then we judged him for it. And then it's funny because then he made the Pro Bowl in 2016, even after missing 3 games. So, but we doing that to Zeke right now. I see people comparing Cook stats and Zeke stats. See, you can't compare stats without comparing situations. They wasn't the same situation. One guy was playing through major injuries. The other guy was playing through nicks. You know what I mean? So and I'm looking at Zeke in his offseason right now. Zeke looking good, man. Zeke look like he got a steal.
I'm gonna be honest. The first video he put out, to me, I was about to say his feet didn't look quick. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, he was looking sluggish to me. But the last video, I said, Zeke was looking a little fast.
Because you know what's real? I said the exact same
I ain't gonna count though.
I saw his first video.
Yeah, I said, he was sluggish. It looked like he been putting in work sluggish. The last video. I ain't gonna count.
But and I understand how these boys are with these trainers, because my friend is an NFL trainer, and he trained a lot of these Dallas Cowboy dudes. What was happening in that first video, man, these boys just coming off they vacations. They just coming off they coming straight out the club, man. You know what I mean? Like real talk. Like he was coming right out of his break period. He just shouldn't have honestly put that on camera.
He shouldn't have advertised that one.
He shouldn't have advertised that one. Like, just wait till you in your zone where you've been in the routine for 2 months, like he is now.
That's months of improvement and progression.
And you can see it now. So when you right though, see good eyes. Man, you got great eyes. Man.
I appreciate
that Lord got good eyes.
Yeah.
So like, cause right, you was right. That first video Zeke was one. Hey, I got a super chat. He said, my boy Common Sense said, if you think of Texas Coast, a mix of running back might be okay. Right, I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And Weeble said, I'd rather go head up with Cook in a hole than Zeke. Right.
Yeah. I think most people would. Zeke is a load, man. He's a big guy.
Chris also got a super chat. He said, boss, I must ask, who steps in for Biotish? If injured, that's likely gonna be Farniak. Yeah, if Farniak likely gonna take a major step up. He ready too. He ready. So look at Farniak like he going into year 2 because he got some real reps last year. So he likely gonna make a jump. And it's one thing also about Farniak to keep in mind. Keep this in mind. The OC just did a great video on Farniak. He actually made me a believer of Farniak's potential, because when you look at the traits of Farniak and you look at the measurements of Farniak, according to his RAS score, he graded out a 9 out of 10 on the most important measurements to a guard, right? So you can see the 3-cone, the athleticism, the strength, everything. More than likely, he's almost like Terrence Steele-ish. Don't laugh. Just hear me out, because I make cases.
They were ready to drop the bomb on you, man.
I know they was ready to give me when I said that. But let me make the case. So, like, Terrence Steele would not have been Terrence Steele of year 2 if he wouldn't have went through the gauntlet of year 1. You know what I mean? So, Farniak went through the gauntlet of year 1. Yes, it is film of him getting demolished. Yes. But now these guys got an off season. Now they're professionals. Now they've been eating steaks. They've been eating potatoes. They've been in that weight room. They've been working with Coach Solari. now you're going to likely see another person that step up. So that's a real good question on that super chat. Then I got another super chat from Heavy. He said, it's physics. Would you rather hit Zeke 20 times a game, or would you rather hit Pollard 20? You rather hit Pollard.
Absolutely.
You rather hit Pollard.
Yeah.
You rather hit Pollard. Then I got a couple more. And then Patrice said, teach, boss, damn it, teach.
Hey, man. Let's get it.
That's my last super chat. Man, I love y'all, man. Y'all executives are amazing, man.
There's
Y'all
much love over there, man. We appreciate all the support, y'all. But, man, I think
we getting burned on them likes, too. We getting burned on
the likes, man. Please don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
We getting burned.
Y'all don't be like that now. Don't be stealing.
It's Lurker City right now. It's Lurker City.
Don't be stealing in the trap now. You know what I'm saying? Please hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card, I promise you. It is free. It is free over there too, boss, right? It's free in Boss Cowboys.
It's free 99, bro.
It's free, man.
Don't charge your card,
It's free, man. So y'all make sure y'all show some love.
Zero.
Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all show the content creators some love, man. We appreciate you. But, man, I think that was a good point y'all made, man. I know you probably got to get your haircut shortly, too.
No. I want to try something real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm good. I got 45 minutes. I want to try to take a call real quick. Can I try to make a call, see if it goes through?
Sure. Go ahead.
Because then that means we'll be able to have calls on this.
Let me say one thing, though, to the point y'all made. I think the intimidation factor is kind of underrated these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do need some of that type of intimidation factor. Like, you want people to be like, man, I got to tackle Zeke again. Like, not even just Zeke, but, you know, we don't think about in practice, like, not actual practice, but in the actual moment of having to tackle this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, every single time he coming down the hole, you like, God darn, this big old dude, I got to do it again and again and again. Then that's when you start weighing down them body punches, and then during the later on in the game, you start seeing them runs turn from 4 to 6 to 10 to 20. You know what I'm saying? It start getting real good for you. So you gotta hang in there.
Yeah, and that's why I said earlier, man, there's a lot of people, they want to see the occasional 30-yard run over the 20 body shots. Give me the 20 body shots. I want the body shots, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I think we also stuck in kind of like, I call it illogical off-season optimism. You know, it happens every year. Every year we start believing in stuff that we should be calling out. I ain't doing it this year.
You know, I got the phone line, but it be the last time I tried while somebody was on the phone, I don't think they was able to hear the
No, I'm gonna just try to call out. If I can call out, then we can post up a number and they'll be able to call. I just want to try it. We just flying a plane. I just want to try this real quick. Let me see. Tom
Downing says Zeke is so good, then why is there virtually no interest in the NFL for him? You know, we don't know that to be true. I'll just say that. I got a little inside info, but I don't know if I can reveal it. So I'm gonna just say we don't know that to be true.
I just say this, and I know what you're talking about, landlord. We can talk about it in code, right?
Yeah.
So, because you know, I know what you're talking about, landlord. So we'll tell it in code that let's just say it like this: allegedly, there have been offers to Zeke. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just tell you right now, we know what we don't say, and I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
Like, we know. It's some things that we know we just don't say. I'm just being honest.
We tapped in now. We ain't just up here talking. We do got our connections.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And the sources are real. Like, it's real sources.
Yeah.
Like, it's some of the sources we talking about you can't get no closer to.
Impossible.
Like, you can't get impossible. You can't get no closer to. Like, some of us got like the source on this, so I know exactly what landlord is talking about. So yes, the want is already out there for Zeke. But it's also questions on Zeke, which is a fair thing. And the market itself for running back is down. So when the running back market is way down, but you believe that you're worth more than that market is offering, that causes a standoff. That don't mean that people don't want him. That just means that he is rejecting the market offers or some of these market offers because they not just insulting Zeke, they are insulting the position of running back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so like a lot of times we look at it like because a player is not signed, it means that he doesn't have value. There's an economic part to it sometimes too, to where sometimes they not meeting at what each one believes there's a worth for. So I put it like this: if Zeke had a certain price, 31 teams will want him. It just depends on that price.
Yeah.
Like 31. Easily, like, yes, get him. Stop playing. Are you dumb? Yes, get him. You know what I mean? So, but at a certain price, it ain't gonna happen. So now, and also, let's also be honest. I learned that you gotta look at politics when you're looking at scouts too. Because see, scouts, and just imagine you being a scout. Imagine you working for Will McClay. And you want to bet on somebody, right? Or you go bet on a sure thing or a maybe.
A sure
because
thing,
see, the sure, you go bet on the sure thing because that keep you employed. Yeah. But if you gamble on the maybe, you end up being wrong, that can cost you your job. Facts. So what does scouts like to do? They like to bet on things that are like sure things. So what that does is that make them sometimes miss out on opportunities and market opportunities because a lot of their analysis is based on job security and not like a real potential for the team. So I said all that to say this. So when you saw Zeke 2 years in a row battling through a knee injury, that was both of those knees was flukish, you still have to ask yourself as a scout, well, was it flukish or is his knee starting to break down? And if you think it might be breaking down, it'll make you hesitant to go lobby for him on your team. But I guarantee you this. I guarantee you if you got you 16 weeks of a healthy Zeke, all 32 teams will want Zeke. Everyone. At a good price. Because this is the thing that I always kind of have with people that overly criticize Zeke, in my opinion. Is where was y'all critiques before he hurt that knee? It was lit. I couldn't find not one of y'all that had a complaint. I couldn't find nobody talking about his speed. I couldn't find nobody talking about his agility. I couldn't find nobody angry about his power. Where was y'all? But then when he get hit on that knee and he put on an offensive lineman knee brace and he go out there and he play through it, now you show up that he washed. Now, I don't really think y'all think he washed. I think what's going on is a lot of people, they trying to hold on to a previous opinion, and most of it, and I'm just being honest, I think we stubborn about it.
I think it's mostly the money, though. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's the player. I don't think what most people, what they've seen from Zeke as of late, I don't think they feel like it's worth the money that he would have got. Now, if you change the money, I'm all for it as well. Like, I don't care that if you change the money, I'm good. But a lot of people just felt like that he wasn't, what he offered us at the time wasn't worth the money that he was warranting. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now, if you just change the money, sign me up. I'll bring him back because especially I'm not too confident in how we address the running back position. You know what I'm saying? I love Deuce Vaughn as a player, but like you said, it's lightning on lightning in the running back room. Like, we don't know what Ronald Jones going to be. You know what I'm saying? But I did have to say, I'm hoping that we're not as dependent upon the short the short yardage type situation. You know what I'm saying? Like we was last year. Hopefully we don't have to go down that road as much as we did.
But I think that's just, you can't even avoid that road.
Not really. I'm just saying at least to a lesser degree. That's what I'm hoping for.
We don't even control that. You know what I mean?
You don't.
Third and short and second and short gonna happen when it happen. And that's a guarantee that at some point it is gonna happen. Red zone situations gonna always happen. Closeout situations gonna always happen. The areas to where we need Zeke is a guarantee that they coming.
So wait a minute. Like, I got a good question to ask you. Because I heard you campaign for our boy Zeke. Okay, I heard you campaign for him. So it seems like, are you properly valuing what you say he can bring to the table, or are you saying, Are you basically? I'm trying to say. Let me say. Are you saying that's where he is right now, or do you think he could be more as well? Do you think he's
he
only
could
a
even
short
be
yardage
more.
type back?
Oh, I'm
or
glad you asked
yeah,
that.
that's what I think. I think a lot of
I'm
people
glad
need.
you asked
We
that.
need you to elaborate on that. Yeah.
All right, let me elaborate on that, bro. I think we actually kind of looking at this low key backwards, bro.
Who, us, the
So-
nation, or me?
The nation.
Because I
Not
could
you,
be
not you,
too.
not you.
I could be too.
Not you, because I don't really know where you stand on what I'm getting ready to say.
Okay.
But I do think us as a nation looking at this backwards, because a lot of people, they over here thinking like, I don't want Zeke to be a progress stopper. I understand.
I don't think you can say that because he ain't got nobody that do what he do. Who progress he stopping?
Well, it's thoughts that and I understand people saying that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of people hesitant because they don't want him taken away from, you know,
Pollard
Deuce
and
Pollard and stuff like that. To be honest, if Zeke is back to what he was prior to that knee, I don't want them taken away from him. Can you hit that button? That trap. For real.
Chill out, boss. Don't do it like that, now. Hey, don't do it like that.
They ain't ready for that. See, I don't want to be the where we trying to overforce Pollard now because we paid him $10 million and Zeke worth $5 million. Because if Zeke is showing that young, and listen, if you want to debate that he loses home run ball, that's cool. That's fine. That's fine. You can listen. I ain't gonna fight you on that. I even give you that argument. But I ain't gonna listen to no arguments that's gonna try to tell me that Zeke wasn't extremely valuable and showing some great running game before he hurt that knee. So, like, if Zeke come back, I don't want y'all out there trying to force Deuce. I don't want you out there trying to force Pollard. You know what I mean?
I supposed to have some shots. I ain't even got no shots over here, man. Good
grief. For that conversation. Because that's very much a possibility.
Okay.
Can we talk about it from history?
Do your thing, man. I'm entertained right now, man. Go ahead, cook.
We made this mistake before. We have. I'm gonna give you his name, and y'all go feel it when I say it.
Who that?
DeMarcus Ware. We made this mistake before because he was banged up and he was fighting through injuries.
And we let him go.
And we let him go. What did he do over at Denver?
To go win a championship. That's what he did. Good grief.
Smoke them boys. So like sometimes that's why I say we judge people that play through injuries, in my opinion, wrong, Lan.
Yeah.
I think it should be viewed that he was a warrior and like, you know, versus how we treat him like he washed. And it's like, and it's a possibility. It's a true possibility that Zeke could come back and still be like, son, sit down. Now, do I think he's gonna have that explosiveness of Pollard and that speed change? No.
Yeah.
But Pollard is never gonna be the 3-down back that Zeke was and could be if he is healthy. Listen, I'm gonna say this one more time. Pollard will never be a 3-down back like Zeke was and can be when he's healthy. He is not built for it. Am I saying Pollard is not good? Hell no, I'm not saying that. Pollard is cow. But you want to keep Pollard at a certain amount of touches. If you start trying to make Pollard a 3-down back, Cowboy Nation, I'm telling you, your aggression and your greed for Pollard is gonna break him. And listen,
that's dangerous too.
You go break him. He not built for it. You need a complimentary back with Pollard, and you want one of the best ones you can get. That's true. Right now, I'm just being honest with you, it's Zeke. And I'm gonna tell you something. I know I'm going long.
No, do your thing. Cause this interesting, man. This interesting. You got to make your case for this right now. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know you gonna be the mean with the knives at his neck. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be the you know what I'm saying? You gonna be the enemy right now. So you got to make your case. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you know, and I know but I say this. It's like people got to realize what Zeke is specializing in now. Even if you take away his burst, what he specializes in right now are literally the most important moments of games.
Yeah.
Right? So if you specialized in short yardage, that continues your drive. That also rallies the crowd and that turns momentum. If you convert a 3rd and 1, what does that do to the sideline?
Everybody getting electric.
Everybody, your defense get electric, your offense get electric, everybody get a joke in that situation. What does it do when you're a red zone expert? Points. Like literally, how do we discount points?
Let me
Like,
shout
how
out
do we
Mickey
say-
real quick with the $2
Yeah.
super. Shout out to you, Mickey. Good to see you too. We appreciate you, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then closing out. So you got a lead. You trying to hold on to that lead. You telling me that situation ain't important? Where the defense knowing that you getting ready to run the ball to try to milk the clock? You need a guy that can run the ball when they know you getting ready to run the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need a guy that when you hit him on the one, but he push you 2 more yards. Like, how often do you ever see Zeke go backwards? Like, Zeke will hit you and where a pilot would go backwards or get stopped flat, Zeke always falling forward. And them inches count way more than those 30-yard bursts. In those situations, I need the body punches. And I need the defense to be afraid. On top of that, it's just so many, and I'm not like a Zeke fan. This is just coming from like checking all the boxes.
A strategist,
like, okay.
a strategic
it's strategy.
type level.
It's strategy. It's like, bro, so we got a power scheme, and like we was honest, right? We said who fit Shanahan's zone scheme? We said Zeke. We said who fit the West Coast? We said Deuce and Pollard. Which means what? You got a void on your power scheme.
Yeah.
You
and
do.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised that Big Mike would go into this with a void like that. See, that's why I'm thinking he got a plan, boss. Mike McCarthy, bro, since he got here, he do usually make sure he check all them boxes. Like, even that's one of the first things we noticed. You remember when he first got here, he made sure we had depth everywhere. We ain't never did that before. Under Gary, we used to be like, man, we lose one player, it is over. But Mike McCarthy came in and showed that he usually have every box checked. So that's why I say it's kind of surprising, because you absolutely right. That role, Mike, it's basically got to be there. Somebody got to fill that role.
Because that role is coming.
For Mike McCarthy not to really address it, that's kind of surprising. So do you think they overvaluing Mr. Ronald Jones? Do you think that's what's going on?
No. I think they actually made room for a Zeke return. I do believe that they hopeful for it. And I'm gonna tell you, like,
so you saying Zeke? Wait a minute. So you saying Zeke finna come back wearing that 15 through the door, man? That what you telling us?
I think they prepared for it. See, and let me tell you why. Because, see, a lot of people, when Brada said, hey, guys, I don't mean to kind of break up y'all debate. He said, man, I think that ship is sailed. You got to really listen close to what Brada said. You got to listen close, because when you dealing with them insiders, you got to keep in mind that it's a term called trash in, trash out, right? So if you feed them trash, they go regurgitate trash, okay? So what he said was, I talked to the cap guy. And he said the cap guy said, no, brothers, we already spent the money. Right?
He did.
Right?
He did say that.
Because Broadus was doing his journalistic job, working the hallways and, just
trying to get some insight. Yeah.
Yeah, Broadus was working. He was doing his journalistic duty for the fan and just, being a good journalist. And he asked a question. But he also kind of gave us the reality of the source. Because he said, but that cap guy always says that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
See, that's the key part. So basically, that source never tells him. He has a go-to line every time he go to Brian. Brian will say, hey, man, what's going on? Yeah, man, I want to talk about Zeke, but they go do it. He said, man, we out of money. So but see, let's say it how it is. Let's say Brian asked him about Dez, 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Same answer. He out of money. Right. Then let's say if he asked him about Dak when Dak was trying to get paid the first time, his answer was, "Hey, we
out of money." Yeah.
Like, if you keep saying that mean that man got a go-to line when he come across reporters. The capologist is not telling a reporter what they getting ready to do with Zeke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And basically, Brian said that if you listen close to what he said, because the key part is he said that guy always says that though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most people kind of clung onto that like, okay, that means it's over for Zeke. Stop talking about it. Now, this is the other thing. Brian Broaddus is not the only insider that I know. Okay? So you also got to cross-reference that with the other insider, Michael Gelkin, right? Who I believe, and I'm just being honest, is the best insider out of all of them because the stuff that he leaked happens. He leaked Peters, happened. He leaked Barr, happened. He leaked Hooker, happened. So when you hear a leak come from Gelkin, that's almost, yeah. And this is what Gelkin
Bet your bottom dollar when Gelkin said, huh?
Yes, and this is what Gelkin said in terms of Zeke. He kept it 100 on this too, and I appreciate it. He said with Zeke, I saw what happened with the Odell Beckham. And there are times that Jerry and them will ride a story for publicity. Basically, that's what he was saying.
We already know that.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was basically telling everybody that whole Odell Beckham was just wee woo. Okay, just keeping it real. A lot of us got into that merry-go-round, but Michael Gelkin was basically saying the whole time he was looking at it like that's trash. Like just keeping it real. Yeah. And he said Jerry can do that. He said, but on this one with Zeke, don't close that door until he signs somewhere. Because from Gelkin working on the inside, he said specifically that it's sincere hope and on a potential return of Zeke that he's not perceiving as just talk. We got to let it play out. But he said when it comes to Zeke, don't close that door until that door is closed by itself. So that's where a lot of people, in my opinion, got to come to Landlord and come to Boss Cowboy Sports, because what we do is we go put together those tea leaves. That's what Landlord does. That's what I do.
Yep.
And we don't back down. Like I ain't gonna just be like, Brian Broaddus said it, so let me just turn my brain off. Hell no.
Yeah.
I still got my brain, and I'm gonna cross-reference the scripture of
what we say. We gotta have that suspicion up, man. We gotta have that suspicion up.
Got to.
We gotta have that X-Files vibe going on. You know what I'm saying? You can't never just let them think for you. You gotta take what they say and try to put some stuff together. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Think about it. Like you gotta really give it thought, and you gotta listen close. Oh, we got some super chats over here. My boy Wee will say, remember he even said Dak has go-to lines, right? Oh, that was funny. Ooh.
Hey, I told you. I don't know. Hey, I said this on the phone. Cause we was on the phone the other day. That was one of the best interviews that stuck out to me too. It was very interesting for him to bring that interview up. Cause I was impressed by Dak, but I was at the same time I was like, bro, I can't never believe nothing Dak say after this. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Look, he too good with it, man. He too good.
I don't think some people might know what you're talking about.
Listen, they had an interview with Brian Broaddus. They asked Dak Prescott about this alleged hypothetical Team X. It was no real team. And Dak Prescott went over this team like it was the Eagles or somebody. He was masterful with it, bro. I'm talking about after he got done, the whole panel just had to start clapping, bro. They clapped it up for him. I was like, it was crazy. I said, man, I can't trust what Dak say no more. He too cold with it. Then he was smooth with it, and just this man went in depth about a hypothetical team. So you know that he's like a pro with this media stuff. Don't think you gonna get no insight from Dak for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but hey, Len, I got 20 minutes.
I'm gonna have to go.
2 minutes though. We can shake out. I got 2 minutes to close it.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's what's up. We can go ahead and wrap it up in a minute, you know. But I think you right though, man. I think that was some great insight right there because they just played with them. Oh yeah, appreciate the $10 cash out, Dwayne Brown. I appreciate you, sir. But
Yeah, Dwayne Brown, he said, boss, you speaking facts. He shot 10 bones over here too. Appreciate that, Dwayne.
appreciate you, sir. But man,
And we appreciate y'all rocking with both of us.
We really do.
Just shoot super chats with him, super chats over here, man. I love how y'all do that, man.
Yeah.
I love how y'all like his videos. My likes way up. So I know my likes up. Y'all got his likes up. Man, y'all the best, bro. Real talk.
We
Real
love
talk.
y'all, man.
Except
Cowboy
you
Nation
lurkers.
is the
Except
best.
you lurkers.
Yeah.
Except you ghost watchers. I even appreciate you ghost watchers.
You goofies, like Boss say. You know what I'm saying? All the goofies out there. But yeah, man. Make sure you let the people know where to find you, man. I already know a lot of them know you, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we basically got the same church members, so
Yeah.
you know it's all good. But I say this, man. Obviously, man, I love doing Boss Land. Boss Land is one of the most comfortable shows that I do. I don't know if y'all noticed, but me and Landlord, we never prep ever. Like we turn the camera on, bro,
And just go. Yeah.
We really maybe we doing y'all a disservice. We gonna get a little bit more serious, but I just love how he's so easy to rock with, man. And can I ask y'all a question? I have been replaying some of my classic videos. Y'all let me know what y'all think of that because I still got about 3 more that I want to drop, but I don't want to drop them if y'all don't want to hear them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I put it like this. I listened to one last night that I guarantee y'all want to hear. I guarantee. And it's about Kellen Moore. It's like, but I think this stuff be important because we bring credibility to the community.
Yeah.
And to show you that we was never just talking. When Landlord was warning about it and we started that campaign, or really Landlord started that Free Big Mike campaign, that wasn't no plaything, dog. We was dead serious.
Serious. Yeah.
So I think, like, as we talking about our channels, I think people gotta really take us serious. Like, and now with Brian Broaddus and the way that he endorsed the community, it wasn't even just endorsing Boss Cowboy Sports in the final word. It was an endorsement of the community. Like, we had to kick Brian Broaddus out because he had surgery.
Wait a minute. Brian Broaddus went in, hey, Brian Broaddus said, hold on, man, let me charge my phone. I ain't done yet, man.
That's when I knew it was real. That's when I knew it was real when he did that.
Bro.
Because if he wasn't enjoying himself, how many of us use phones as an excuse to get out of stuff we don't want to do?
You gonna hit that phone, be like, I gotta go, man. My phone dying, you know what I'm
saying? My battery dead, bro. So, man, I enjoyed it, you guys.
Yeah.
He said no. He said, y'all hold up. Let me charge my phone so I can come back. And he was already on with us 2 hours.
Yeah, that's why I said, look, I had to say that on Twitter, man. I said, hey, man, y'all had Brian Broaddus like he was at the barbershop, bro. I love it. That's why I say I gave y'all the show of the year because I feel like Brian Broaddus became a final word member but right before our eyes. And he said he enjoyed himself and want to come back. And I just feel like he gave some great insight. Shout out to Wee Woo Cowboy with the 199. He says Zeke is the new Cooper. Ooh. That kind of stung now. Because you saying he ain't get used right and then he might go somewhere else and still ball out. That what you saying?
He also said with that, I missed this super chat over here too. He said, remember, he even said Dak has go-to lines, and then Dwayne said ball spin fast. Yeah, man, see, he gonna get me back on.
Yeah, he gonna have us on here another hour.
Yeah, boy, no, Black, I ain't gonna fall. Ooh, Black, you can't finish it like that, bro.
He came with it with that one. Hey, we gonna have to revisit that. Go on, get it to him.
Just real quick. This is also where I believe Black is saying. Like, Black is saying, because what happened with this is honestly what happened with Cooper. The fans start going against Cooper, which made it easy for the Joneses to hardball him and do him bad. You know what I mean? So it's the public perception on Zeke is bad right now. He also like Cooper on that. You know what I mean? To where people looking at him like, you know what I mean? Shoot fly. and he liked Cooper on that, you know. And
Mickey
then
said she had
after,
one too, boss.
oh, I miss you, Mick. Okay, and then Patrice got one. She said, "You talking about the history videos? Yes, run them." Okay, Patrice, you want me to run them? Yeah, I got some good ones in here, Patrice. Let me see if I catch up with Mickey real quick. Yeah, I did. I'm so sorry, Mick. I missed that. She said, "Always dope tapping in." Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. But yeah, but y'all can find me at Boss Cowboy Sports. And I appreciate, you know, all of y'all and the executives in the chat, man. And we gonna continue to do this, Boss Land. Be looking for us to be doing some major things in the future too. We will just trust me. Like this ain't going nowhere right here. Like this, it's locked in. Like the only thing we got to do every now and then is remind each other on Thursday. But no, this thing is a permanent thing.
Boss just took a shot. Hey, I feel.
Take a shot at
Hey, that was well deserved though. I ain't gonna count. That was deserved.
I look at my pocket.
Hey, I swear, man, it is not malicious. I'm not being facetious. I'm not. But I just, man, I be on go. So I'm glad you called though. I tell you that. I'm glad you called.
We going live.
Boss said, "What you doing, my boy? What you doing?" But yeah, man, I appreciate that though. That was a well deserved one though. I ain't capping, but yeah, that was well deserved. But yeah, man, hey, you say you wanted to let them know where you find. Yeah, they know you, but you know.
Boss Cowboy Sports, man. Just at me everywhere. Just at Boss Cowboy Sports, man. Wherever you want to find me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know, I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. We appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Let's get it. Appreciate you coming through, boss, man. You know this boss land, man.
Man, boss land. Land of the land.
Yes, sir.
The bosses of the land. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Donna Holmes with the $5 cash up out the door. We appreciate y'all, man. Let's get it. Appreciate the love. I got you, Wee Woo. I got you, sir. And like I say, 1K, 1 love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.